Hello, fans of industry and inquisitive thinkers. Welcome to Machines Visit, where today we're plunging into the captivating realm of extraordinary production equipment and clever devices that revolutionize creativity. Come along as we examine their attributes, importance, and the groundbreaking effects they bring to the production sector. Barnshaw, accurate steel shaping. We kick off with Barnshaw, a brand celebrated for exact metal shaping. Barnshaw's equipment leads the charge in sophisticated steel curving methods, highlighting extraordinary offerings and technical wonders. Barnshaw crafts elaborate forms and frameworks since it shapes steel with unmatched accuracy. This skill proves vital in sectors like aviation and vehicle production, where detailed steel parts are essential. Barnshaw cuts down on ecological harm via smart resource application, cutting down scraps in the production cycle. The quickness and performance of Barnshaw's equipment boost output in steel crafting. Though the starting expenses for this state-of-the-art gear might be hefty, the lasting gains from exact shaping and less resource scraps make Barnshaw a vital pillar in steel shaping. Music. Hayakama, fabric equipment breakthroughs. Moving to fabric equipment, we meet Hayakama, a pioneer in rug scrubbing devices. Let's investigate how these devices raise the bar in fabric purification. Hayakama's expertise stems from its cutting-edge rug scrubbing tech, guaranteeing deep purification while sparing sensitive fabrics. These devices serve the fabric sector's demand for quick and green rug purification, lessening ecological harm via water and soap fine-tuning. This matches eco-targets. The flexibility of these devices shows in their knack for managing diverse rug varieties, delivering a full answer for producers. Though the early outlay could be notable, the persistent advantages in quick purification, prolonged fabric durability, and compliance with eco-rules render Hayakama a vital asset for the fabric sector. Music. Faber-Castell, pen production mastery. Turning our gaze to pen production, we find Faber-Castell, famed for excellence and creativity in pen crafting. Let's uncover the smart gear and equipment fueling the making of these pen tools. The hallmark of Faber-Castell's equipment is its exactness and careful focus on specifics in pen, pencil, and writing gear crafting. In particular, the label earns praise for its dedication to green methods, employing eco-conscious materials and production steps. Performance shines in the steady excellence of Faber-Castell's goods, fulfilling top buyer benchmarks. Ethical resource gathering and power-saving production techniques lessen ecological harm. Though expenses mirror commitments to excellence and eco-friendliness, the lasting upsides in label prestige and buyer devotion crown Faber-Castell as a front-runner in the pen sector. Music. Sysma, cutting-edge production tools. Stepping into sophisticated production tools, Sysma shines with trailblazing tech in laser setups and 3D fabrication. Let's probe the attributes and value of Sysma equipment. The key edge of Sysma gear rests in its exact laser setups and layering production tools, able to detailed etching, joining, and 3D fabrication. Sysma's drive to expand production limits holds weight in the jewelry, dental, and aviation sectors, where exactness and tailoring rule. Factoring in ecological harm via smart power application and tiny resource scraps in 3D fabrication steps fits eco-aims. Performance stands firm with Sysma equipment providing adaptable and swift answers for varied production demands. Though expenses echo high-tech, lasting gains in exact production and fresh uses mark Sysma as a revolutionizer in laser setups and 3D fabrication. Music. 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 DMS design, production sketching and shaping. Next, let's probe DMS design, a brand famed for production sketching and shaping breakthroughs. DMS Design's equipment earns fame for adaptability and a game-changing role in building elaborate parts. DMS Design's equipment delivers exactness and flexibility for multiple uses, built to manage detailed sketches swiftly. DMS Design stretches the edges of production sketching. The value appears in its role in sectors like aviation, vehicle, and health, where elaborate parts matter. Weighing ecological harm covers smart resource application and scrap cuts in the shaping cycle. Performance matters with DMS Design's equipment smoothing the crafting of elaborate parts and trimming wait times. Though expenses echo high-tech, lasting gains in sketch adaptability and crafting performance set DMS Design as a top name in production sketching and shaping. Music. 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 Shunk, work-holding tech pioneer. Now, let's uncover Shunk, famed for work-holding tech and seizing setups. Shunk's equipment spearheads factory automation, supplying firm and quick part-securing answers. Distinguished by its advanced work-holding and seizing setups, Shunk's gear offers exactness and dependability for diverse production steps. Shunk aims to lock parts with top steadiness and pledges quick shaping tasks. The value shows in its boost to the exactness and sameness of production steps. Weighing ecological harm covers smart power application and tuned production arrangements. With Shunk's equipment easing part securing steps and cutting prep times, performance rules. Though expenses echo high-tech, lasting gains in production exactness and task performance crown Shunk as a top name in work-holding tech. Music. Music. Melting solutions, breakthroughs in fusion and pouring. Now, let's pivot to melting solutions, which marks breakthroughs in fusion and pouring tech. Melting solutions equipment gains renown for quickness and steadiness in metal fusion tasks. Set apart by cutting-edge fusion and pouring tech, Melting Solutions gear supplies quick and exact answers for metal crafting. Built to manage diverse metal kinds, guaranteeing prime fusion and pouring tasks. Melting Solutions' value rests in its boost to the quickness and excellence of metal crafting over sectors. Eco-factors include tuned power application and scrap cuts in the fusion task. Quickness shines with Melting Solutions equipment automating and easing metal crafting tasks. Though expenses might echo the outlay in cutting-edge fusion tech, the lasting upsides in metal excellence and task quickness mark Melting Solutions as a core force in the metal crafting field. Music. 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 Ballard Forge, shaping tech expertise. Wrapping our probe into extraordinary production equipment, let's immerse in the realm of shaping tech with Ballard Forge. Ballard Forge's equipment earns acclaim for its skill in forming and molding metal with exactness and quickness. With its cutting-edge shaping tech, Ballard Forge's gear supplies quick and exact answers for metal forming tasks. Built to manage diverse metal kinds, guaranteeing prime shaping tasks for varied uses. Ballard Forge's value shines in its role in the toughness and lastingness of shaped metal parts used in sectors like vehicle and aviation. Weighing ecological harm covers tuned power application and scrap cuts in the shaping task. Quickness rules with Ballard Forge's equipment automating and easing metal shaping tasks. Though expenses echo the outlay in cutting-edge shaping tech, the lasting upsides in part toughness and task quickness mark Ballard Forge as a key force in the shaping field. WRO 306, Rapid Tin Seaming Device. Earlier, we touched on crafting sealed tins. Now, let's discuss a seaming device key to that task. Meet the WRO306, a device that crafts vast quantities of edible and lubricant holders. As the call for tin holders climbs daily, it's crucial your device matches the pace. The WRO306 crafts 350 tins in a single minute. Moreover, you can adjust this device's pace and tin scale to fit your specs. This not just ramps up the plant's output by 100 times but also secures quick payback on outlay. Running it poses no issues, as it's crafted with plenty of detectors that grasp and move each tin across production stages. RCM Dual Shaft Rub Welding Device. On the topic of seaming devices, here's the RCM Dual Shaft Rub Welding Device from Django Rishang Equipment. This is a device crafted with full sketch traits and a fresh dual base layout that grants extra task room for handlers. This striking device also boasts a novel shaft shell securing that pairs with its spot setup so exactness and sharpness hold steady through the seaming task. Seaming also demands firm drive output, which the top-grade fluid drive setup oversees. When noting oversight, it's vital to highlight that this device has a full oversight setup where handlers can store and track logs of seaming info. Teskir MFG Model 742 Robust Groove Presser. Following is the Teskir MFG Model 742, a groove presser that can press up to 12-inch wide pieces aided by its 340,000 pounds of press power. Though it's first made to endure tough tasks, this device needs little expense. Fatser AG, Premium Rope Manufacturing. Cable cars, bridges, and even heavy-duty cranes are incomplete without ropeways. This is why Fatser AG has been manufacturing the best of the best ropes in the market. To make sure of the quality, each tensile strength of the wires are measured and tested. If they pass the standards, the wires will be installed on a stranding machine that draws the cables on a twisting head to further secure the strands of rope. It's sprayed with grease and processed through a ropeway cage that rotates and ties the different strands together. If the design diameter and strength is reached, the ropes will be tested again. P-Laser High-Power Carbon Removal System. Industrial processes also include the removal of burnt carbon from glass molds. Usually, it's done with the help of various chemicals and ultrasonic solutions, but to do it faster, laser technology is used. Through this, a huge amount of burnt carbon is cleared even when the shortest possible time. One of the innovations used for this is the P-Laser High Power System in 2000 watts. This laser technology combines high power with large surface coverage and is controlled by a 19-inch control unit. It's available in 3 configurations: 500 watt, 1000 watt, or a 2000 W laser source. This 2000 WT version doubles the energy of a 1000 watt system and speeds up the process more. The machine optic can also be integrated in any production or assembly line since it's a robust and durable unit but flexible enough to be installed on a robot. If the optical components get too heated during the operations, its water cooling system will regulate it, as well as the integrated air treatment to cool down the optic and avoid dust onto the lens. Peston Corrugated Pipes Innovation. Up next is this innovation by Peston. These corrugated pipes have 2 layers which act as a smooth inner wall and external spiral wall, which are made up of high-density polyethylene. If you're wondering how it's made, this video is for you. First of all, a corrugated profiled outer layer of high-density polyethylene is winded on a smooth inner layer. To do that, this layer must be extruded and welded. The addition of profiled hose in the outer layer is proven to increase and improve pipe strength and can be manufactured in a variety of stiffness classes. Forging press, iron processing. Forging press. Music. A lot of things we use today, like utensils, buildings, and even some car components, are made up of iron. Iron is ideal for all these things since it has higher strength than other possible elements, and it also has the most abundant in the Earth's crust. However, the process of integrating iron into materials goes beyond just acquiring it. The Yangang forging press. You can see how a simple iron can turn into something more useful through the help of a variety of molding methods. They're able to continue their production. They have a machine that helps them shape the metallic unit into a round shape through the process they call the ring rolling technique. This technique is usually used for seamless machining bearing rings, hub flanges, thin wall cylinders, and many other components. To guarantee that they remain in the desired shape, a glass room operator monitors the process. Music. Mattress recycling, sustainable processing. As the time goes by, the mattresses we use often get old, and their shape doesn't stay good anymore. As a solution, people get newer ones and throw away the old mattresses. But did you know that Liebherr mattress can recycle up to 90% of that mattress? Once the mattress is delivered to the recycling facility, it will go on a recycle journey along with the hundreds of other mattresses delivered to them every single day. The process starts with them detecting and removing the metal within the mattress. After that, the covers will be removed so that the remaining foam can be cut into blocks. This is done so that it's easier for them to do the next step, which is the shredding of these foam blocks into smaller pieces. Then the process of chemical recycling, or the separation of polyethylene from the foam from its original chemical raw materials, begins. In this part, they use a special chemical recycling technology known as glycolysis to obtain polyol, which is then used to make most new foams. Music. Music. Bevel gears, precision manufacturing. The gears whose axes of the two shafts intersect, and the tooth-bearing faces of the gears themselves are conically shaped, are called bevel gears. Most of the time, they're mounted on shafts that are 90 degrees apart but can be designed to work at other angles as well. Usually, see bevel gears on items like devices and machines, including automobiles, printing presses, power plants, cooling towers, marine applications, steel plants, and railway track inspection machines. But how do they exactly make it? Usually, there are two manufacturing methods used for bevel gears depending on what is used. The tooth length and depth forms may vary. In this clip, you'll see another way of manufacturing it, which is the computer numerical control CNC. First, a machine that produces large spiral bevel gears is used. Once its task is done, the CNC takes over and proceeds with all the grinding and turning operations. Then the bevel gears are now used for specific items. For example, the Glenden BG's C300, which is one of the world's largest machines. Yarn, cotton fiber processing. Whenever looking through clothes, many prefer cotton since they're comfortable. But did you know that cotton is also the most common natural fiber in the world? This is why there are also the ones you use to make yarn. In this clip, you'll see that a lot of new cotton is being delivered to this yarn factory. The machines will now take over these and clean them. Once it's set, the cotton fibers are separated in the carding process before assembling those into a loose strand known as sliver or toes. After that, the slivers are transferred into the drawing machine where slivers are aligned and stretched. The product of this step is further reduced so that a finer thread is achieved. Strength is important for yarns, so more twists are added to these threads before winding it on a smaller tube. The roving machine then spins and twists the yarn up until it becomes 60 times thinner than how it originally is, approximately. This whole process takes only 48 hours of machine work. Wrapping up, amazing industrial processes. We've already come to the last item on the list. That's all for the complex yet amazing industrial processes day-to-day products go through. Did you enjoy watching? If so, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. We'd also be glad to hear your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. Till next time, thank you for watching.